We're going to talk about the power of duplication. You're only one person. You cannot be everywhere at the same time. You cannot help everyone in the world. So you have to be able to do what you do and do it well and pass that on to other people so that they can pass it on to their people. That's probably the best question to ask yourself is when you're thinking about creating an idea or you get really creative with something to do to make your business better. Ask yourself, is what I'm doing not just easy to teach your level ones, but are they going to be able to teach that to their level ones and so forth? So remember, there's no need of ever reinventing what works. If something works, just roll with it. Don't make it hard. Sometimes this business is so simple that we think there's no way this can be this simple because nothing truly has been that simple. So, but it really is simple. So just roll with that idea and pass it on. And, if it can't be taught, then don't do it. For example, let's just say that someone on your team asks you a question like, can you explain why Slim works? Why the product works, Plexus Slim? Well, I could answer that in a very complicated way. I could kind of give, my own take on it from what I've read, what I've studied, what I've seen the creator of the product say. But instead of me trying to give this long, drawn-out explanation or typing this up, I have to think, can they pass what I'm about to say on? And more than likely, they're going to say, oh, that's a great answer. You explained it so well, but boy, I could never pass that on. Or I hope no one asks me that. If they do, I'm going to send them to you. You don't want to create more workload on yourself. The reason you're doing this business and developing leaders is so you can take the workload off of yourself. So you want to give an answer such as where they can find the answer. So always think about when you're asked a question like that, why don't you give them the resource in which to find that answer themselves instead of giving them the answer? So you might say, Sue, that's a very long answer. Let me give you a couple of places where I find that answer. And so you might tell her to look in the back office. You might tell her to look on some YouTube videos of the creator of the product who could explain it a little bit better, Dave Brown. You might tell her to look in the testimony page so that she can research it. That way, when she goes there to find the answer to that, she actually retains it better because she found the answer. Also, she's going to find that there are way more answers to other questions that she's got in the same resources. Sometimes it's better to answer a question with where to go instead of the answer to the question. That's going to help you. It's going to help them to retain it. So keep that in mind. You want to make sure that you're very duplicatable, because then when she's asked from her team, can you please explain the Slim and how it works? She's not going to try to answer in the way that, you answered her maybe with a long answer. She's going to go, oh yeah, Sonia told me to find it here. I can tell her to find it here. So duplication, duplication, duplication. It's so important. It's so important to keep it simple. When someone says, can you tell me how to do this? A lot of times I'll just send them to my videos. So you can also send people to my videos when your team asks you, or you can send them to the back office, the Plexus Slim testimonial page. Just any resources that you can possibly give them, be sure to do that. I hope this helped.